Hi, this is Ken Kaplan from the New England Motorcycle Museum. It's T-minus 7 days till opening day after many, many years and many millions of dollars invested in the place. Been working around the clock every night this week. The earliest I left was 11. We were here till after midnight last night. I was going to post a video last night, but I didn't want to scare everybody. I was probably a little bit out of my mind, so now I'm a little less out of my mind today. But we're here today. Believe it or not, we put over, I think we're at 120 hours just in hanging pictures and memorabilia, and we've got at least 30 hours into organizing all of our models. So let me give you a walkthrough and I'll show you exactly where we're at with it. The building's done. As you know, we have the CO. So we've been organizing our collection of motorcycle models, starting with the 1903 Harley Davidson on up the line. And we have literally hundreds of models here. The into the sport bikes and cafe racers, and we've got all kinds of cars, Harley Davidson cars, and memorabilia are open inside. And we've been hanging tons of cool old photos. Here's that's James Dean and Marilyn Monroe. I'm not sure. This is Bill Blythe, local racer that races the Isle of Man. You might recognize that. We got Steve McQueen. Who's that? Marlon Brando. We've got Colonel Roy McLean. That's me back before I stopped cutting my hair. And we got Captain America. Just a whole bunch of hundreds and hundreds of really cool artwork in the museum here. We feature the motorcycle as art, but we also have a ton of one-off artwork and limited edition artwork. This picture's not doing this one justice. You have to see this one in person. But we got some really cool stuff. There's our new water fountain. The show this weekend is not only opening day, but it's a cafe racer theme. So I've got this one-off Gold Wing 1975 cafe racer built by Kenny Ives that a benefactor of our museum purchased from us through us from Kenny. Kenny wants it back. I think he regrets selling it, but it's here for now, and it is stunning. Again, Antique Motorcycle Club of America, a lot of the members, including the president, Ted Smith, are going to be displaying their priceless antiques here. So there's some really cool stuff here. You may not know this, Kenny's a junior black belt. 7.5 years he spent in a dojo with me. He's won 6 New England Championships racing motocross. That's my 2015 class championship in NESC expert class. Some family photos. Get to know the Kaplan family. Laundry, drop your pants here. Actually, that's a men's room. This is kind of went with a Harley theme on the bathroom. So it came out really good. It's actually big enough I could sell my house and live in here. Just need a cot. It's got some cool David Mann art. And this just came off of actually a Harley Davidson parts box, and I framed it. The building is 200 years old, so it's really cool to see this funny story behind that American Standard. Everything in the building is American Standard. I always said when I had the dream of doing my own building and building this place that everything would be American Standard. So no Toto toilets in here, all American Standard. Black and white tile, that's our theme. Everything in the building is metal, is black and gold. So you'll see a lot of black and gold graphics and all the hinges on the doors. So it's very much still a state of disarray. We're setting everything up here. This is going to be our little library area over on this side. Botch, what's happening, buddy? So Botch has been with me since the beginning. How many years has it been working on this, Botch?
The project?
How many years? 7.
7 years.
7 years.
7
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, Botch is one of the first ones I met here.
No, Ken been toiling, working hard to see that this project is done, and we finally got it, and I thank God Almighty.
Yep,
for this
absolutely.
achievement.
Yes, it's been.
Thank you, Vernon Rodney.
And thanks for your help, Watch. So these guys are going through all the models over here, setting everything up. We got some. We're in that mixed martial arts and boxing, so we got a little bit of boxing memorabilia in here too. Someday we hope to have an MMA ring here. Doc, what do you got here?
The American Chopper Swing.
That thing's awesome. This is
Stingray.
kind of a funny story. I bought 3 of these, one for each of my kids, about 12 years ago, and told them they couldn't ride them. So We only got to look at them because I told them they're going in the museum, and here they are, 3 brand new, almost 15-year-old Schwinn's that are just gorgeous. So all this memorabilia we've been collecting, wooden, got all these wooden models and stuff, handmade wooden models, all types of. My friend Harold Wilson gave me these 3 Mack drag race motorcycles. They're really awesome. Just tons of cool artwork, cabinets that we're putting it in. So it takes a lot of time to collect all this stuff and then to organize it and clean it and set it up. There's stuff from all over the world. These are all championship plaques. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. My family's won, I think, 26 New England championships. So coming into the museum, we've got a cafe racer theme. So we're leading off with the Derby Cafe Racer and the GSXR and the Honda. We've got some other cafe bikes coming in. We've got a restored XR75 owned by one of our benefactors, John Tylowski. Thing's stunning. This is going to be our work area here. We're going to have a snap-on lift. Again, our little library section with the couches is over here. And then we'll have a little work area here with a couple lifts. It's an old BSA, Gold Star. Another BMW. Indian Cafe Racer. I mean, Indian sidecar rig. I got Cafe Racer on the mind. Cool old memorabilia, Penton signs, and old pictures. And I got this from New York City from a friend of mine who was closing his shop down. He's been in business for many, many years, 45 years. So finally have the open sign up. I'm gonna put our again, it's kind of a mess in here because we're setting everything up, but this side is completely done. This side of the museum. Got a nice lineup of collector motorcycles here. These are owned by Jack, a good friend of mine, Jack, who owns all these Suzukis on the left here. And then these other ones are owned by Pete Baccarosa. And everywhere you look, there's really cool old artwork and reproduction artwork. Our Moduline tool cabinet for working on the bikes. Our Mototown USA 32nd board. If you follow our videos, these are the 500s we raced in the 500 video. So yeah, it's been a long time coming, and we're almost there. Sorry for the crummy film quality. I'm just doing this with my phone. If Junior did this, it'd be much better. But I got this old Vespa sign from a Vespa dealer that closed out. I just love, this is my favorite part of the building, the green ceiling and the really cool colors of the walls. So you definitely want to come on down. A week from this Saturday, we're having the Cafe Racer show. We've got East Coast Chill, the motorcycle stunt show, along with the motorcycle show and the mini bike throwdown. We have a mini bike track right out back, right outside the building there in that grassy area. We have a mini bike track, going to be a mini bike throwdown. We're fencing off both sides of the roads. We're expecting thousands of people to show up. We will have a rain date, which we haven't picked yet. We should do that, but we will have a rain date. God willing, there will not be rain. Some beautiful Triumphs over here, and BSAs and vintage Hondas, like the 754. Just a beautiful collection of motorcycles, antique bikes. So let me grab my keys and then we'll go upstairs. I'll show you the upstairs. How's it coming, guys? You making some sense of all this? When you come into the building down the handicap ramp, we've got a lot of the well, these are a bunch of awards that we got from the state of Connecticut Senate and the mayor and the chief of police and the Rockville Community Alliance and the town of Vernon and the Vernon Republican Town Committee and the Chamber of Commerce. So a lot of people are happy with what we're doing here, restoring not only our town but the surrounding areas of Rockville. So we've done a lot of work taking graffiti out and that kind of stuff. So here's an article about the Motorcycle Museum anchoring the revival of the little city here. And the love of motorcyclists drives Rockville revival effort. So really cool stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of newspaper articles. This is about our graffiti and trash free Rockville and an army of volunteers. I had over 250 volunteers sign up to clean graffiti and help restore the town for put in over 2,000 hours of community service in 1 year. So here's a cool article. I get a little choked up reading this one. It talks about what Rockville was and what with love it might become again. And we kind of look like the Wizard of Oz here, but that's my volunteer team that restored a gas station owned by an 80-year-old guy who had given up hope. It was covered in graffiti, and we restored it for him for free. So here's what it's all about. God bless America. So this is a newspaper article from 1951. The mill was for sale, and it talks about what happened with the strike that went on here. And here's eventually it got purchased, and they decided to rent it out. So that was 1951. The place had been basically vacant for 67 years, and that's me on the cover of the JI in 2013. So a little over 5 years ago, I see what it can be. So I didn't see what it was, I saw what it could be. And here's an article talking about me restoring motorcycles I started when I was 15 years old. And then we hit some roadblocks, and this talks about me getting a little stressed out, losing my patience. There's the front of the building before there was any concrete, and all the windows were busted out, and there were trees growing everywhere. So here's another Hartford Business Journal. Talks about brownfield funding. We did this gentleman right here, Tim Sullivan. There was a couple times when I wanted to jump off the top of the building into the dumpster and make my death look like an accident, and this guy gave me hope to keep moving. Not too far from the truth there. It was a couple of frustrating points when we were getting nothing but roadblock and red tape, and this guy right here single-handedly cut through a lot of the red tape. I'm sure he had some help, but really missing. Tim Sullivan, he's in New Jersey now, fantastic guy. He was the director of economic development for the state of Connecticut. Some motivational posters. Here's a new stair tower. Perseverance, strength, initiative. I really like these three. Here's when museum picks up speed. We're starting to get the ball rolling. And we had the motorcycle museum showroom done in the restoration shop, which are right there connected to this building by a bridge. That was the first building I finished in 2013. Restoration shop downstairs, showroom upstairs. Wait till you see the bikes we have in the showroom. Here's an article about me investing in Rockville. I've invested a little over $1 million a year in the town for coming up on 7 years, $6.5 million. And my goal of graffiti and trash-free Rockville, so cleaning up the town. Here's another love of motorcycles drives Rockville revival effort. We actually got invited to escort the largest road race in the state, Manchester Roadrunner. So we got the Kenny Road is 250. And I was on my Harley, and Roger and Bob rode their bikes. Here's my volunteer crew. And that's the Vernon Republicans. Sorry to bother you with all this stuff, but I want to show you some of the history that you may not know about. So there's our Iron Eagle, built by local artist, Metal Genius Joe. I got to go see him soon. Turning metal into masterpieces is what he does. He made us the 5,000-pound frog and some amazing stuff. So challenge. Yep, it's been a challenge. Here's a letter from the Rockville Community Alliance. Just all kinds of recommendation letters from the town, and just everybody's been awesome. We're going into the third floor. This is the same. It's a 4-story building. So a couple of super nice Yamahas right here, and that's a Yamaha limited production 50-year anniversary poster with a lot of the champions and heroes and legends of motorcycling on there. So